Leaving Hilliard, Columbus, Ohio. You can just see the hint of high rises for Columbus over that overpass in the distance. We are getting ready to merge back onto I-70 eastbound, headed towards Pennsylvania. GPS says we'll be there in 5 hours and 59 minutes. However, we have to add approximately 2 hours to any commute in this thing because we stop for rest areas, pets, lunch, etc. So we would expect to be arriving in about 8 hours or 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Gary's older sister's house. And we will be spending some time with his sister and his father for the next week. We'll see you in Pennsylvania, and we'll show you some of this commute. And from Ohio to Pennsylvania, and we're leaving Columbus, Ohio, and on our route towards Pennsylvania. People are driving a little crazy. I think it must be Monday morning commute. The high rises are now on my right in the distance.
On August 4th, Gary and I left Ohio and headed towards Pennsylvania to visit Gary's older sister Lita and her husband Ken. This was a very pretty drive. We really enjoyed it. And we have some reflections from Gary, who had some interesting points of reference and thoughts to share with you all during this drive. So I hope you tune in and take a listen and enjoy the drive with us to Pennsylvania. Thanks for watching 50 somethings. Please feel free to like and subscribe to this channel for more updates as we travel across the United States on our way to Panama. Thanks.
No, it says say
have a great day.
17 miles. Okay. See if I can zoom in on those high rises in the distance. Gary and I can definitely tell that we are back on the east coast of the United States. One word. Traffic. Even in areas that are considered more rural, which we are in now, the sheer volume of vehicles is noticeable. And we are still in Ohio. Probably will be for quite a while.
It was at this point in the drive that Gary and I noticed some subtle changes in the landscape. We were starting to feel like we were no longer in the flatlands of the Midwest. As we are nearing the end of Ohio and starting to get closer to Pennsylvania, we started noticing more trees, a little bit more rolling hills, bigger water, and just an overall change in the feel of the landscape in general. We are enjoying the change, and we know that we're getting closer to the East Coast officially. Gary and I really enjoy making these driving videos for you guys because we think it's interesting to see all the different places that we travel and what it looks like to get there. You'll need to let us know if you do enjoy watching these as much as we like making them. Please let us know in the comments.
Where's our Pennsylvania sign?
Must have been hit behind a big truck nothing came through.
So we are in Pennsylvania now. I'm trying to get our Pennsylvania sign for you guys because I love to get the new state signs as we cross into them. Maybe there's one up here. We did get the welcome sign, welcome center, but that's not quite the same.
From about this point in the drive until our destination, it only gets more and more lovely and more scenic as we get into some higher hills and points of interest and viewpoints. I hope you do enjoy.
It's a mile. We've been through how many states now? 12?
Yes.
Yeah, so we've been from Washington State. We're currently in Pennsylvania. And this 25-year-old camper's been holding up pretty good. The one little bump in the road where it had a bad battery, and that's on another video, and you can watch that. But it's been held up pretty good. My impression of driving all the way across the country, the roads are pretty good. There's some good ones and bad ones. There were some really bad ones, about 70 miles of it in Indiana. I thought this thing was going to actually break. I really thought we're going to lose the camera. So now we've been thinking about getting shock absorbers for it. That might help. But all in all, it's been a pretty smooth ride. We're making really good time today. And another impression that I got was that as you go across the country, once you get past the western mountains areas like Yellowstone and the Badlands, and once you get out there, it's big open farmland, and you can see miles in every direction, to the left and the right of the road and forward. You can see where your next turn is. And just as you get past the middle of Ohio, because Ohio has a lot of farmland too, then everything becomes a wall of green on both sides of the highway. Really can't see much of anything on either side. And every once in a while you get a little break in a lake or a big clearing here once in a while, but that's it. It's a different a different environment on this side of the Mississippi once you get past. And it's a much denser thing. We are definitely in heavier traffic, a lot of more people on the road. And another thing, I was just going to say that we've been averaging about $110, $120 a day in fuel in our travels on the traveling days, which is pretty good. And the nice thing about the Midwestern states is we just filled up for $2.69 a gallon, which is a miracle. Of course, and that comes in handy when your fuel tank is 55 gallons. That it hurts the wallet every time you do it, but you get a lot farther. We get about 400 miles on a tank. Just for anybody else that wants to do this crazy drive all the way across the country, they give you a feel for it. If you're on the East Coast, you're thinking it's going to cost a fortune in fuel. It's not as bad once you get out farther west. It's not so bad for the fuel prices. Thanks for watching. This is Gary from 50 Somethings.
This next section is another very pretty stretch of Pennsylvania freeway and countryside. We're going to truncate it here for you just for saving time, but it is a lovely little stretch. Please enjoy.
Well, Pennsylvania is starting to get very lovely. We are finally out of the plains and back into what I would say rolling hills as we get closer to the Appalachians. Found the Susquehanna River. See if I can see it going over this bridge. In 3/4 of a mile, turn left on 405 north. There's the Susquehanna.